Alright guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're talking more WWE 2K18. However, rather than covering a certain piece of news, today I want to go over a few notes that I took down at the recent preview event that I've yet to cover. So we're going to start off with entrance breakouts, as people have been asking if there's much change this year, of which there's not a lot different aside from the breakout HUD on screen, as you can see an example of this here in which the bar underneath slowly depletes as the entrance goes on. Aside from the updated running HUD, the breakout animations themselves remain the same as last year, and unfortunately from what I experienced, the lighting instantly switches back to the ring lighting the moment you attack someone, which I get is realistic, but I know myself and a lot of others had wanted the entrance lighting to stay active a little bit longer. One thing I did find really cool with breakouts though was during Eric Young's entrance, as if you break out and attack him while he's on stage surrounded by smoke, then the smoke itself will stay until it eventually dissipates, which is really cool being able to fight in and amongst it. Up next, let's talk the main menu, as people have been asking about this and whether it's similar to last year, so it's hard to recreate because of the way that it's done, but take this shot of Rollins hitting the high knee, which I've used on 2K14 on last gen, and if you imagine this image in the new graphics engine, then this is the backdrop for the new menu, with the camera slowly panning around, and then on top of that we had three minimalist boxes like this, where you can select a match type before the camera then pans around and heads over the Titantron, in which it displays the selection screen. As for renders, people have been asking if these are in-game or photos of the superstars in question, therefore I can confirm that 2K are once again using in-game renders of the superstars. Default champions are up next, as the build that I played had Neville as the Cruiserweight champion and Bobby Roode as the NXT champion. However, depending on who is the champ in the coming weeks, then I would expect these to change if the champion is in the game. However, if they're not in the game, such as potentially Drew McIntyre, then it's likely that we'll see Roode as the default champion due to him holding it last. One thing I do want to note in regards to champions though is that when I played an Elimination Chamber match with Neville, even though his Cruiserweight Championship wasn't on the line, there's cutscenes that are included this year that see the champion fold up their title and then hand it to the referee, which was a really nice touch. Moving on to entrances, and previously we got a glimpse of Randy Orton's model running under the new graphics engine compared with how it looked last year. However, this version of Orton has since been updated and now sees him enter with his black RKO hoodie. Speaking of Orton, the gameplay that I released last week in which you seen him pull off an Avalanche RKO, this isn't a new OMG moment like a lot of other people have claimed. Instead, this is Orton's secondary finisher, as 2K have added back the Avalanche RKO and the Avalanche AA after they were only available as a reversal last year. So there you go guys, there are a few little bits of information to tide you over, but if you've got any questions about the build that I played or the superstars in it, then leave a question below and I'll see about putting together a Q&A video to answer them. Anyway guys, that is all for now, but make sure to stay tuned to the channel, subscribe and smack that bell notification icon so that you can be notified the second any more news drops. Until then though, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.